Whoa. Come on. Hey everyone. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yes, this is Big Jims Blogcast live. It is all right. Okay. So anyways, yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast live. Let's see here. We are going live. So anyways, all right. So okay, there we go. Share. Share now, share public. Alright. There's your story. Okay, anyways, hello everyone. This is Big Jims Blogcast live. Yeah, alright. So, okay. Alright, so we'll go to my profile. Okay. So, share now. Okay. All right. Expand. All right. There we are. Okay. If you're out there, say hello. I'm just doing a few things here. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to switch into page. There we are. All right. Here we are. Okay. Hey, everyone. All right. So, on the way back, let's see here. All right. Good, good. We can, like, all right. Okay, yeah, hello. All right, so, okay, let's see. All right. All right. All right. So, okay, there we go. All right. Share the group. All right. So, excuse me for a minute while I share all this stuff. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Sarnia rocks. Yeah. Okay. I'll switch back. Hey, yeah. All right, everybody. This is Big Jims Blogcast live. Oh yeah, going on tonight. So, all right. Well, anyways, I'm going to switch back into my. All right. So, okay. There. All right. Okay. So, all right, we shared a group. Okay. So bear with me here for a minute. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live. I'm going to start sharing all the... all right. Hold on. Anything goes. Sarnia. All about Sarnia. Yeah, there we go. All right, Sarnia, Ontario. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for staying with me. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. Anyways, welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live. I'm Jim. As I understand, it is Best of Volume 3. Yeah. So, yes, it's a Best of Volume 3. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll shut that down. Best of Volume 3, 4.0 is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Okay, let's see here. Bill Murray and Beer Night, craft beer enthusiast, honest craft beer reviews. Okay, BATT, Battlestar Galactica, boom, 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 boom. All right, yeah, okay, so, whoops. Okay, so, what other groups I'd like to, okay, Motley. All right, so, all right. Okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, Best of Volume 3. It is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, there we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is what we're tonight. Hey, Stevie, how's it going? Yeah, all right. Hey, fuck. Yeah, all right. I'll go through my intro. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, Volume 3, Best of. We are on Facebook Live every Sundays, the occasional Friday, the occasional Saturday, or once in a while a wine o'clock Wednesday. We're in our 4th year. We debuted back in November of 2018, based out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Big Jims Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews like this one. Tonight it's like retro review, Outlaw Brew, Bronco Copper Ale by Outlaw Brew in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. All right, well, let me hold on here. I got to get rid of something here. All right, so I'm going to push this back more. There we go. Give myself a little room, a little wiggle room here. Right on. So, anyways, yeah, Big Jims Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews, over 200 and counting. Right here in, like, from breweries right here in Sarnia, across Ontario, across Canada and the U.S. Pair it with a good cigar and spirit. Tonight I'm pairing it with Crown Royal Vanilla. We keep you in with a good cigar. We got this one. I'll light this one up, and this is a Rocky Patel cigar. And with a spirit, Big Jims Blogcast Live keeps you informed with local events near you and birthday countdowns and birthday shout-outs to our friends. We talk about classic TV spin-offs, 1, 2, 3 hit season wonders, canceled TV shows, 70s, 80s, 90s hard rock, one-hit wonders, classic album guitar duos, classic pro wrestling, like, excuse me, the stables, the jobbers, the defunct leagues like the AWA, the NWA, the WCW. All right. Share the group. Whoops. All pro wrestling. Okay. All right. 80. Oh yeah, there we go. Not shared too. Classic sci-fi like droid ships, weapons, aliens, minor characters from Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica. This week in Van Halen history. 70s, 80s, 90s classic movies like sequels, prequels, etc. Random gong solos. All right. So, and yeah, that's Big Jims Blogcast Live in a nutshell. Turn us on, tune in, enjoy the show. Let's keep it fun and light, respectful. Want to remind everybody that Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to. We got one here. Let's see. All right. And plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube. So anyways, like us, share, subscribe to us. I'm going to remind everybody of that all through the blogcast. Tonight is like a best of volume 3 from the past 4 years, 2019 to 2021. All right. So, okay. So yeah, and like tonight's lineup, I will give you your this was from I gotta light up this cigar first. All right. So anyway, okay. All right. All right. So, full screen here. There we are. Okay. There, that's better. This is a Rocky Patel vintage Connecticut cigar. All right. So time to take us out of this. All right. So, okay. All right. Good enough. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. Tonight's craft beer. Like I said, this is like a for the people watching. Thank you. All right, so tonight's craft beer, like I said, it's a best of Big Jims Blogcast Live from 2019 to 2021. So, anyways, we've got from now our craft beer for tonight, Outlaw Brew. It's called Bronco Copper Ale. I first tried this back on Friday, August, on Blogcast number 73, August 2nd, 2019. But I forgot to give it a review out of 5. Then I changed my rating system. So I'll hold that up. But tonight? We got some birthday shout-outs. We got countdowns, local events. From Blogcast 107 back in February 2020, we'll go over the career of legendary character actor Lance LeGault. We'll talk about classic movie Stripes from episode 38 back in March 30th, 2019. Battlestar Galactica spinoff. Galactica 1980 from episode 29 from 2019. Borellian Nomen, a Battlestar Galactica alien. A random obscure WCW tag team, High Voltage, from episode 58. Our classic albums, Motley Crue's Theater of Pain, this weekend in Van Halen history. Plus, we'll do a 5-gong salute to two recently departed legendary one legendary singer, one legendary actress. So let's get it started here. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Oh. Mm. All right. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, Outlaw Brew. It's called Bronco Copper Ale. I first tried it back in August 2nd, 2019 on Blogcast 73, but I did not give it a rating. So here we go. So, anyways, has 4 years changed a difference? Let's see. Oh yeah, we like how that pours. All right. So, oh yeah, got my own like Outlaw Brew glass there. All right. So, ooh, got to wait for the head on that to subside here. All right. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to share it to a few more groups. All right. So, anyways, okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Share the group. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Share. There we go. All right. So, okay. So, okay. I just want to thank you, everyone, for sticking around. All right. Let's see what the. All right. There we go. All right. So, there we are. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good. 52 shares. Right on. All right. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for... All right. So, here we go. All right. Pouring this in. Oh, yeah. Look at the head on that. All right. So, okay. Like I said, when craft beer... All right. I'll go... Maybe I'm holding this in the wrong hand here. So what we've got is this, all right, is craft Bronco Copper Ale by Outlaw Brewery in Southampton, Ontario. Now, like I said, I tried it back on Blogcast number 73 a couple of years ago. Forgot to rate it, but so here we go. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. All right, it's got to grow on me during the whole blogcast. So, I mean, I'm gonna get if I'm re-rating it. Well, actually, I haven't given it a rating. So I give it a rating out of 10. So, I mean, if you're still around during like the end of the blogcast, feel free to throw a number out there. But if it may jive up with mine, so it may not. All right. So Bronco Copper Ale. It is 5% alcohol volume. They don't give any info on it, but tastes good so far. All right. And I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. So, all right. Well, let's see how that goes down, eh? Not bad. So, as long as we're on the subject of craft beers, here's your craft beer guide, the Growler. You can pick one up in any beer or liquor store. $3. It's got all of Ontario's craft beers, craft breweries in all the major regions, and what they do, what services they offer. So there you go. Pick it up. All right. So there we go. All right. So Okay, let me see here. What else? Where to a group? All right. So I'm going to do some more sharing here. All right. Metalhead Nation, post. There we go. Wrestling Nerds, post. All right. Okay. All right. Cigar Smokers of Michigan, post. There we go. All right. Share the group. All right. Okay. So. There we are. All right. So. All right, people. Okay, we can get on with that now. Hey, if you're just watching Big Jims Blogcast live right now, it is a best of Volume 3 to Sunday, December 11th. We're going to get to some birthday shout-outs. We've got a retro re-review of Outlaw Brew of Bronco Copper Ale by Outlaw Brew in Southampton, Ontario. Top that up. Like I said, when I do craft beer reviews, I give it a rating out of 10, and it's got to grow on me during the whole blogcast. That's why I brought it back up here. So, all right. Oh, yeah. All right. So it's not a bad beer so far, but let's move this back. Okay. Not a bad beer so far. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, and when I do craft beer reviews, I don't, go, well, this is a very exquisite tasting craft beer. It's like, no. I just go with my gut. All right? Boom, 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 boom. Gong solo there. And so, all right. All right. Let me move this back. All right. There we go. We got some breathing room here. So, anyways, I am going to give you guys some birthday shout-outs now. All right. So, all right. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to relight this puppy. All right. Birthday shout-outs. All right. From November 28th to December 11th, Doug Weed, Kathy Elliott, Davin Christensen, Jay Beckler, Angela Cook. Happy 50th, Angela. Jeff Pugsley, Karen Robson Amy, Judy Sayers, Val Wald, Chantel Lavouette, Benny Dion, Cynthia Ann Fraser, and Mary Shantz DeBrusque. All right, people. Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to Angela, who just turned 50. Hope you guys had a really great birthday. So, yeah. All right. All right. Got your birthday shout-outs there. So, yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0. It's a best of Volume 3 from the past, 2019 to 2021. Is Sunday, December 11th, October 22nd. Or no, Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Now, I wanted to reiterate that I will that this blogcast is not spam. I'm going to remind everybody, all throughout the blogcast, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and Google Podcasts, and all where you listen to your podcasts. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live on YouTube. And I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin groups, the Sarnia groups, especially Chain Reaction, Sarnia Rocks, Michelle, you guys like rock. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, craft metal, hair metal, craft beer, cigars, Battlestar Galactica, Bill Murray groups, the pro wrestling, the blog spot, the classic TV and movies. Right on. So, yeah. So, anyways, all right. So, all right. So, we're going to get to some countdowns here. You know, like, this is, okay. All right. So, Christmas is only 14 days away. Boxing Day is only 15 days away. Oh, fuck. 14 fucking days away? Christmas? New Year's is 20 days away. And winter, I know it had to come sometime soon. It's coming, and we're all going to feel it. 10 days away. I don't like wintertime. I never do. So, anyways, yeah. Got that out of the way. Our classic craft beer for tonight. And I'm chasing it down with like Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So we're having fun tonight. All right. Now, this is called Outlaw. Okay. Bronco Copper Ale by Outlaw Brew in Southampton, Ontario. Oh, yeah, which reminds me. All right. Send in. All right. All right. Okay, just got a Outlaw Brew. All right. Outlaw Brew. There we are. All right. So, there we go. Send. There it is. All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, I just sent that. I had to send it to Outlaw Brew. Let them know. So, anyways, yeah. So, like I said, tonight's beer is called Bronco Copper Ale by Outlaw Brew in Southampton. I gotta say right off the hop, it is. I'm trying this for the second time because back in like 2019, I didn't rate it. So, but now I'm rating it out of 10. Smooth taste. Smooth. You can taste a little bit of the copper in it. It's a good summer beer, summer and fall beer. So, but I do give it a rating out of 10. And if you're still here during the blogcast, like during the end, and if you want to throw out a number, please, feel free and do so. So, audience participation, that's what we're all about here at Big Jims Blogcast Live. So it's Bronco Copper Ale. So far, so good, All right. So, anyways, let's get some local events here. All right. So, as most of you know, New Year's and Christmas is coming up. So, so, anyways, now, for the past couple of years, COVID has really taken a big bite of these events of ours. The buzzwords were hiatus, rescheduled, canceled, postponed. Yeah, but not anymore. Since we're free and clear, local events have come back. Events have come back in full force. Here we go. Saturday night dances at the Sarnia Legion. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's a $7 cover charge. It's every Saturday night from running from December into the new year. Classic Rock and Country, 286 Front Street North. Saturday, December 17th, 2022 at 8 p.m. Parker and Wheezy Acoustic Jam at Twisted Arm in Sarnia. The host is Full Disclosure. Sunday, December 18th, 2022, Chem Valley Wrestling presents 8 Crazy Fights, 6 p.m. at River City Vineyard, 260 Mitten Street South, Mitten Street in Sarnia. Tickets at River City. Saturday, February 18th, 2023 is Full Petty Fever, Valentine's Bash at Rustic, 8 p.m. Sarnia, Ontario, in Sarnia, Ontario. Tickets, www.ticketscene.ca. Sunday, January 21st, 2023 is the Polar Plunge, hosted by Sons of Kent Brewing Company, 27 Adelaide Street South, Chatham. Sons of Kent, great little craft brewery there. Saturday, December 31st, 2022, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., New Year's Eve Bash at the Insignia Hotel, 283 Christina Street North in Sarnia. Tickets at allevent.com. General admission is $95. VIP for the Legacy Room ticket is $145. Saturday, December 31st, 6:30 p.m., New Year's Eve with Painkiller Jane at the Sunbridge Hotel in Sarnia, Point Edward, 1498 Venetian Boulevard. Friday, December 16th, 2022, 4 p.m., Jingle Ball. Stevie D's in Point Edward, 607 St. Clair Street, hosted by Sarnia Media and Entertainment Incorporated with the band Vinyl Revival. Saturday, December 17th, 9 p.m., Bob Noxious at the Christmas Show, London, Eastside Bar and Grill. Saturday, December 31st, 8 p.m., New Year's Eve. Party at Two Water Brewing in Corunna, live DJ, Two Water Brewing, another awesome craft brewery there with great beers. Right on. So, okay. All right, so before we get going here, gong time. All right, so yeah, tonight's lineup. All right, my cigar is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut from Riverfront Cigars, right here in Sarnia. Really good. Now, before we get going here, I want to remind everybody, as I will during the blogcast, that this Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to. Plus YouTube, my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Plus, I want to give shouts out to everyone watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, Sarnia Rocks, Michelle Dion. You guys really rock. Great. Chain Reaction, best little band in Sarnia, best band for Glenn and the guys really rock it up. Go out if you got a chance. Go out and see Chain Reaction. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica, Bill Murray groups, all the pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, classic hard rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups. Right on. So, all right. So we got to get going here now. Yes, and the craft beer for tonight, and I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So, all right. The craft beer for tonight, it's a retro classic re-review. It is called Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brew in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. Now, I tried this back in October, August 2nd, 2019 on Blogcast 73, but I didn't rate it. So, but it goes down today, goes down smooth, no unpleasant aftertaste. It's definitely a spring beer, spring and summer beer. Now, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so if you're still around, you know what, if you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So, all right, so, yeah, excellent beer so far, cigar, cigar, it's like Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut. All right, very tasty cigar from Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Now, most of you grew up in the 70s and 80s. We get to our it is okay. Well, it is for most of you coming watching for the first time. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0. It's a best of Volume 3, Sunday, December 11th, 2022. So now, all right. So, anyways, this guy. All right. So most of you grew up in the 80s like me, 70s, 80s. All right. No, And if you're a regular TV watcher, you know who this guy is. Legendary character actor Lance LeGault. Steely voice. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So he was born May 2nd, 1935, but he passed away September 10th, 2012, at age 77 in California. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. He got a football scholarship to the University of Wichita after graduating high school, but he drops out. He started in 3 Elvis Presley's films, like Girls, 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 Kissing Cousins, Viva Las Vegas. Now, he's best known for playing military officers or a villain or a tough guy. Basically, this guy's career, I'll show it. This stack right here of TV shows represents this guy's career. So, but I will go through them. He's guest starred. He's best known for playing Colonel Roderick Decker in the A-Team and Colonel Buck Green in Magnum P.I. Now he's guest starred Knight Rider, Battlestar. Well, we'll get to that. Voiceover work for commercials: Burger King, 7-Up, Dodge, NBC and ABC. And he was part of like Elvis Presley's Memphis Mafia, like there, yeah, right there. And there's a few more. All right, so he's his voice is on Elvis Presley's Graceland entrance, and he's done voiceover work for the video game Battlezone 2 and Combat Commander in 1998. Now his last film role was in the movie 2013. Prince Avalanche, starring Paul Rudd, where he played like a bad guy. Now, immediately, all right. So, anyways, his best roles were Colonel Buck Green in Magnum P.I., Colonel Roderick Decker in the A-Team, Tanker Salesman Al, your pal Halliday in Dallas, 1989, Colonel Glass in Stripes of 1981, which I've got the movie on right now. TV shows, well, I'll best show you. All right, so he was in Dukes of Hazzard. All right, what? Knight Rider. All right, MacGyver. All right, Airwolf. Wonder Woman. All right. The Rockford Files. I mean, come on. Dynasty. T.J. Hooker. Magnum P.I., of course, Magnum P.I. And we saved the best for last. He was in the A-Team as Colonel Roderick Decker. All right. There he is, a steely-eyed. Anybody would know who I'm. If you grew up in the 70s and 80s, 90s, you would instantly recognize this guy. But yeah, all right. So yeah, this is just a portion of this man's career right here. So, all right. So, all right. So yeah, and also he was in Battlestar Galactica too. All right, so yeah. All right, so there he is as Colonel Roderick Decker in the A-Team. And he was also a Klingon. There we will go, and Colonel Buck Green in Magnum P.I. That steely voice, and like I said, also a part of Elvis Presley's Memphis Mafia. So, all right. There you go. There he is. All right. So, and yeah, that Star Trek: The Next Generation, the A-Team, Gunsmoke, Simon and Simon, T.J. Hooker, Murder, She Wrote, Incredible Hulk, Rockford Files, Renegade, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Yeah, so, all right, so, okay, and so, all right, Okay. So, and steely-eyed, like I posted a few of his like roles. I posted a few of his roles on like my blogcast page and my Facebook page, and he also did like network TV ads. Like, I mean, he had that gravelly voice. Yeah, Colonel Smith, I'm here to arrest you and the A team. I'll capture the A team. Can't do it, but I mean, yeah. And so, but unfortunately, he passed away at age 77 in 2012 in California. So we salute you. All right. And we first did, this was from episode 107, February 2nd, 2020. It's under the Hey, It's That Guy. So, all right. All right. And so, and we'll get to like, okay. And so, yeah. And I like I said, I posted several as like film and TV roles on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it. 2 gong salute to Mr. LeGault, who is resting peacefully. All right. Cheers to you, Mr. LeGault. All right. Boom. All right. So, all right. So, okay. Yeah. I've got one of his movies on now, which is like, you may be sensing a theme here, you may be not. So, all right. So, yeah. Tonight's craft beer, and I'm accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. It is called Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brew Co. and Company in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. I first tried this back in 2019, August 2nd on Blogcast 73. Didn't give it a rating, but goes down smooth. Great taste. Spring, summer, and fall beer. And if you're still around during the near the end of the blogcast, if you want to throw out a number, you feel free to do so. See if it jives up with mine. I give it a rating out of 10. So, and I brought a backup too. So, all right. So a backup beer. All right. So yeah. All right. Boom. All right. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0. It's a best of volume 3. It's Sunday, December 11th. All right, so yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, so all right. Okay, there we are. All right. Yeah, this I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live on YouTube. All right, so yeah, and I want to give thanks and shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia Rocks, especially Michelle Dion. You guys like really great little site there. Chain Reaction, best band in Sarnia, plus with like True Fire and a few other bands. Cold South. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal groups, all craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica, Bill Murray groups, pro wrestling, blogs, classic TV and movies, right on. And so, all right, we get to Stripes now. Bill Murray's classic movie. I've got it on right now. Okay, this is the extended. Like, I've got it on right now. Basically it was released June 26, 1981. Budget of 10 million. Box office hit like 85 million. Basically, John Winger, fired from his role, dumped by his girlfriend, no life direction, enlisted in the army with his buddy Russell. He stands out in basic training as a slacker. Sergeant Holka is injured in when a mortar fire misfires and accidentally hits his perch. Now, John motivates his crew at graduation, impresses the general with their drill display. The crew had the EM-50 project in Italy. John and crew rescue their fellow soldiers and Sergeant Holka from a Soviet base, returning to the U.S. and being heroes. Basically, we got the cast. All right. So this is like the scene right there. That's my favorite scene. Here she comes, just walking down the street, singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. I posted most of the important scenes on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Now the cast, you had Bill Murray as John Winger, the late Harold Ramis as Russell Zitsky, John Candy as Ox, Sean Young as Laurie, PJ Souls as Stella, Lance LeGault as Colonel Glass, Warren Oates as Sergeant Holka, Judge Reinhold as Elmo, John Candy as Ox. Several great scenes in here, like, but the movie here has, I watched like 18, all these, like, all the deleted scenes of the movie, and the interviews with, like, Bill Murray. It interviews, like, a documentary on here with, like, Bill Murray and the cast. So good, like, awesome movie. I got it on right now. There she comes, just walking down the street. So here's another still from the movie. Sergeant Holka addressing, like, all the new recruits there. And then you've got this scene, my favorite scene of all time. So, all right. What do we got here? So, all right. Here she comes, just walking down the street, singing ooh ah diddy, diddy dum diddy do. All right. So, boom. Okay. All right. Good cigar here. I've got, like, Rocky Patel Vintage 1999 Connecticut. For all you people watching in the cigar groups right there where I posted. All right. Okay. It is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. This is the best of Volume 3, Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0. And so if you're still around, right on. Fuck. So. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, all right. So, the tonight's craft beer is accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Yeah, good, great tasting. Tonight's craft beer, retro review, re-review. It is called Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brewery in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. I am going to give it a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast, but I'm going to top it up. A rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. I didn't rate it way back when, so, oh yeah, look at that, look at that. Ooh, uh-oh. All right, nice and foamy. We'll wait for that to go down. Okay. Yeah, no unpleasant aftertaste. It's a spring, summer, and fall beer. There it is. There's the glass right there with the Outlaw Brew glass. Oh yeah, definitely goes down really smooth. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. You can taste a little bit of the copper in there. Mm. Mm. Yeah, good. It's also good. This is a good patio beer. It's a good beach beer, good patio beer. When you're out back on your deck with your buddies or your significant other. So, yeah. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, you're sticking around, you want to throw out a number, please feel free to do so. Good cigar. It is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut, 1999. All right. So and as I'm going to remind everybody tonight, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast too. Plus to my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube. All right. Shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. All about Sarnia. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. You Chain Reaction, best band out there. Glenn and the guys really rock it up. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups. All the Van Halen, classic rock, 80s hair metal groups. All the craft beer, cigar groups. Sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, Bill Murray groups. Right on. So, yeah. All right. So we get to our spin-off. Our all right. Our spin-off here from. Okay, where is it? All right. This is Galactica 1980. All right. So. Okay. There we go. All right. So. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So this is Galactica 1980, and here is the. There we go. Okay. There's the picture for it. There's another of the principal cast. Now, this aired. It is a direct spin-off of Battlestar Galactica. Okay? The complete epic series. So, now, ABC aired it from January 27th, 1980 to May 4th of 1980. It only lasted 10 episodes. It was set in the year 1980. And a generation after the original Battlestar Galactica, the Galactica and the 220 fleet, and the fleet of 220 ships finally discover Earth after they were looking for it. The principal cast was Lauren Green as Commander Adama, Captain Kent McCord as Captain Troy, the adopted son of Apollo, better known as Boxy. Barry Van Dyke as Lieutenant Dillon, and Herbert Jefferson Jr. as Colonel Boomer. Now, this was the Battlestar Galactica original cast. So now Captain Troy and Lieutenant Dillon and the all the other and teams of colonial warriors covertly worked incognito with members of Earth's scientific community to improve Earth's defenses and technology against the Cylons. The characters, there are several character absences from Galactica 1980 that are not explained, like Adama's daughter Athena, Colonel Ty, Muffet the robot dog, and Starbuck's girlfriend Cassiopeia. Apollo. All right, most of this cast is gone now. So with Commander Adama surviving. So, anyways, Apollo Adamas' son is dead. Starbuck is marooned on a desert planet. The final episode, The Return of Starbuck. No other. He comes back for the return of Starbuck. No explanation is given for the other characters' absences. ABC put Galactica 1980 in the 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. time slot for the summer and winter schedule. Now its competition was all right. So you had this. There we go. There we go. There we go. It was up against CBS's 60 Minutes and Disney's Wonderful World. There we are. So, all right. There's the primetime schedule there. So, and yeah, it was up against like CBS's 60 Minutes and NBC's Disney's Wonderful World. So it didn't. CBS 60 Minutes for CBS was the ratings grabber. There, it was the real ratings powerhouse. All right, so there we go. Okay, and so. Excuse me. So just relighting this cigar here. Excuse me. So yeah, Galactica 1980 only lasted about 10 episodes. You had like Galactica Discovers Earth Part 2. Galactica Discovers Earth Part 2, Galactica Discovers Earth Part 3, The Super Scouts, The Night the Cylons Landed, Space Croppers, The Return of Starbuck. And so it was basically like a hodgepodge. As with Battlestar Galactica, ABC cut the budget. Battlestar Galactica was a full-length version, was a movie, then it became a TV series, and ABC cut the budget, you could tell. But it was this Galactica 1980 was haphazardly put together with cast and crew interviews saying that they didn't make sense of the scripts. And so, but here's the principal cast. There's Barry Van Dyke, Robin Douglas, Lauren Green, and Kent McCord. Kent McCord would go on to, all right, so he would go on to star. He was from originally Adam 12, the TV show Adam 12. And I posted several videos or several all right, there we are. Okay, and I posted several videos on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. The trailer, the Galactica 1980 trailer, plus several clips from the TV series. And so, gong time. So, if you're a classic TV collector like me, check out Battlestar Galactica 1980. In 2023, we'll go over Battlestar Galactica, how it was considered a Star Wars imitation. In some way, it was, So, anyways, all right. And so, okay. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. All right. This is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live 4.0. It's a best of Volume 3 from 2019 to 2021. That Galactica 1980 was from episode 29, Sunday, February. It's February 24th, 2019. So, we'll get to our Borellian, our random sci-fi alien in a minute here. Tonight's craft beer, and I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. Um, all right, so, okay. It is called, this is Bronco Copper Ale. All right, so turn it around here. Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brewery in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. I first tried it like on Blogcast 73 back in 2019 of August. I didn't give it a rating, but it's a damn good beer. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good beach beer. No unpleasant aftertaste, goes down smoothly. You can taste a little bit of the copper in it. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the Blogcast, so if you're still around, you want to throw it a number, see if it jives up with mine. We're all about audience participation here at Big Jims Blogcast Live. Damn good beer. All right. Outlaw Brew. Okay. So. All right. All right. Cigar is Rocky Patel Vintage, Connecticut, 1999, from Riverfront Cigars, right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. As I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all your audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube. So, shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. You gotta love Sarnia 2.0. Stokes Inland, Lizards Bar and Grill, Chain Reaction, great band there. Glenn and the guys really rock up the show. You know, if you ever get a chance to see Chain Reaction in concert, go. They deliver. They give you a good time. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, all the hard rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica groups, pro wrestling, Blogspot, all the blog groups, all your classic TV and movies, your Bill Murray groups, right on. So, all right, so we get to our random sci-fi alien here, but the Borellian Nomen, and yes, he is played by our Lance LeGault, the late Lance LeGault. From Battlestar Galactica. All right, there we are. Okay, so, all right. So, now the Borellian Nomen are a part of a warrior tribe and are a part of the 12 colonies. They are from Borrelia, which they describe as the land of the mega sun and endless sands. They dislike association with the colonial humans, but they dislike the Cylons even more because they are machines. Now, the Nomen follow a doctrine which is referred to as the Code, and use a laser bolt as a form of a weapon. When withdrawn, has to be detonated. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Nomen have well-timed reflexes and superhuman strength. In pursuing an enemy, it is called a blood hunt. So, all right, what do we got here? So, all right. Okay. The Borellian Nomen appear in 2 Battlestar Galactica episodes, The Man with 9 Lives and Baltar's Escape. Now, once the laser bolt is armed, it has to be used or it explodes. It takes 50 seconds, in Battlestar Galactica language, before it detonates. Now, Nomen are they're also capable of slowing down their hearts, temporarily dying as a personal technique. Now, I posted the history of the Borellian Nomen on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So there you go. This Borellian Nomen was played by none other than legendary character actor Lance LeGault. And so, good. Oh yeah. All right. So there we go. All right. And like I said, I posted more of the Borellian Nomen's backstory on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. And that was from episode 94 on October 14th, 2019. Mm. All right. So, all right. Okay. Okay. So, this is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. It's Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0. It's a best of volume 3. And I got to say, we'll either return with an all-new blogcast on Friday, December 30th, 7 p.m. All new, last one of 2022. Either Thursday or Friday. Like you, everybody, it's a Christmas season. I'm not sure on that date, but we will return with one last original episode before 2023 happens, before New Year's Eve. So yeah, so we're gonna have one more best of blogcast, and then an original one, or a best of volume 4 next weekend or the weekend after. Oh shit, Christmas is like 14 days away, but most of you have like family obligations like me. I can't say in stone whether it's going to be Friday, December 30th, 7 p.m., because things might change. I might come to you a day earlier on the 29th or the 28th, because I have that week. I think I do have that week off from work like everybody else. So, yeah. So, all right. Okay. We get to our random tag team here. All right. So, anyways, High Voltage. This is a random obscure tag team. High Voltage, they were in WCW from 1996 to 1998. Kenny Chaos, 6 foot. Robbie Rage, 5'10". Their combined weight, 504 pounds. They were billed from Anchorage, Alaska. They debuted June 3rd, 1996. They disbanded September 5th, 1998. They were trained at the WCW Power Plant. Okay. Yeah. June 3rd, 1996, they debuted on Nitro. They lost to the Faces of Fear. October 28th, Nitro, they defeated the Amazing French Canadians by disqualification. Jacques and Pierre Rougeau. WCW Saturday Night, November 11th, 1998. They wrestled to a no contest with Hardbody Harrison and Jack Boot when the Nasty Boys made a run in. Now, their feuds, they feuded with Harlem Heat, Public Enemy, the Steiner Brothers. That's these guys. Sixth, Vincent, Glacier, Ernest Miller, Wrath, and Mortis. Chavo Guerrero, Billy Kidman, and Robbie Brookside. Now, they've appeared throughout their TV appearances. They would appear on Nitro, WCW Worldwide, WCW Saturday Night, WCW Pro. November 8th, 1997, they lost to Chavo and Ernest Miller on WCW Saturday Night. 1998, they would feud with win and lose against Harlem Heat, Vicious and Delicious, Billy Kidman, Sick Boy, Disco Inferno, Alex Wright, Disorderly Conduct. Between November 1997 and February 1998, they also wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling, feuded with NWO Japan. September 1998, High Voltage break up, and Rage and Chaos become single wrestlers. Kenny Chaos would go on to hold the WCW Tag Team Championship with this guy, Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner in October. Robbie Rage leaves WCW in 2000, retires. Kenny Chaos loses the WCW Tag Team Championship and retired in 1999. So, and I did post a couple of their promos and their matches on my blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for it. All right. And they also did feud with the late Renegade, the WCW Dollar Store version of the Ultimate Warrior. So, yeah. So, all right. Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage, better known as High Voltage in WCW. And so, all right. Okay. Okay. Boom. All right. It is. All right. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live 4.0. It's a best of volume 3. I first talked about, that was back. High Voltage, that was back on episode 58, June 9th, 2019. So, yeah, and I did post several of their promos and matches on my blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for it. This is Sunday, December 11th. Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, best of volume 3. All right, so before we get to our classic album of the night, reminding everybody that Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, all these audio listening platforms you're listening to your podcast. We're not spam. Like us, share us all over Facebook. Like us, subscribe to us, share us all over. Like I said, feel free to share this blogcast all over Facebook if you want to. I got my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, like Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys you guys rock. You gotta love Sarnia, Mr. Mike's, Lizard's Bar and Grill. Chain Reaction, best band along with True Fire and Cold South. Glenn and the guys really put on a great show. So if you ever get a chance to see band Chain Reaction, really go, because they play the best of the 80s. They're a great band there. All the pop culture, retro classic, nostalgia groups, all the hair metal, hard rock, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, Bill Murray, right on. So, yeah. Gong time there. Tonight's craft beer, chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right, so our craft beer for tonight, it is a retro re-review of Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brewing Company in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. We're going to top this baby up here. Got it. Now, I first tried this beer in 2019, August, on Blogcast number 73, but I didn't give it a rating. So tonight I'm giving it a rating out of 10. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the Blogcast, so if you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine, please feel free to do so. Type that in. Smooth. Goes down really smooth, no unpleasant aftertaste. You can taste the copper in it. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good beach beer. Good patio deck beer when you're with your buddies. And so, Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brew Company in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. And so, all right. Oh yeah, yeah. Good cigar. It is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut 1999. All right. So, okay. Yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to return. Okay, so I'm going to have one more blogcast, best of volume 4 blogcast next weekend. But my last original blogcast for 2022 will probably be either on Thursday or Friday, 29th or 30th, before New Year's Eve. Like most of you, we've got family obligations, so though that isn't set in stone, but I will bring you a last original blogcast of 2022. If not Friday, December 30th, 7 p.m., it'll be on the 29th or the 28th. So, like I said, most of us have family obligations, so, but I will bring you a last original blogcast for 2022. So, yeah, all right. We're having fun here. It is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. All right. So, okay. All right. So we get to our, our classic album of the night. This is Motley Crue's Theater of Pain. All right. Released January 21st, 1985. Okay. All right. Yeah. June 21st, 1985. Theater of Pain is the third studio album from Motley Crue. It was produced by Tom Werman, who's worked with Cheap Trick, Ted Nugent, Poison, Lita Ford, Dokken, Twisted Sister, and engineered by Dwayne Barron. It was recorded at the Record Plant Studios in Hollywood, California. We've got the band. There's the back of it. The band. Vince Neil on lead vocals, harmonica. Tommy Lee on drums. Nikki Sixx on bass guitar. Mick Mars on guitars. Now, side one, you've got City Boy Blues, Smoking in the Boys' Room, a cover from Brownsville Station. Louder Than Hell, Keep Your Eye on the Money, Home Sweet Home. Side two, Tonight We Need a Lover, Use It or Lose It, Save Our Souls, Raise Your Hands to Rock, Fight for Your Rights. There we go. There is Theater of Pain. Like I said, this is the third studio album by Motley Crue. It is dedicated to the drummer, Hanoi Rocks drummer Nicholas Dingley. Nicholas Razzle Dingley, who was killed in the December 8th, 1984 car crash. Now, without getting into it, Vince was driving and alcohol was involved. Nikki Sixx was in a heavy heroin addiction at the time. It was almost getting out of control. I want to give you an idea where these guys' mindsets were in 1985. Two singles were released off Theater of Pain: Smoking in the Boys' Room. Not from, like I said, it was a Brownsville Station 1973 cover. And the power ballad that started all power ballads, Home Sweet Home. They were both top 10 hits. Both songs were made into videos. Smoking in the Boys' Room. I posted those two on my blogcast page, my Facebook page. They're pretty funny. Smoking in the Boys' Room, Jimmy, high school, dog eats his homework, Home Sweet Home, all the band members in it, I'm on my word. And it featured, I don't have a picture of him, Michael Berryman, in both videos. He was like a horror movie actor, iconic actor from the movie The Hills Have Eyes. I've got that movie too. With Theater of Pain, Crue had changed its image and went full glam metal. So, yeah, you can see them on the back here. Now, Theater of Pain had peaked at number 6 in the U.S. Billboard album chart and sold over 4 million copies. And so, cover album art was concept by Nikki Sixx and designed by famed rock photographer Neil Zlauser. The working title was originally Entertainment or Death, but it was changed by Nikki Sixx before it was released. So, the tour starts July 7th, 1985, 75 shows in Japan, and they head to North America, Canada, the U.S., and Europe, ending March 3rd, 1986. The opening acts were Y&T, Accept, Loudness, Autograph, and Cheap Trick. They thank, let's see, here's the inner sleeve. And so, all right, the inner sleeve of Girls, Girls, Girls. They thank, oh God, they thank a lot of people on here. Their lawyer, David Rudich, their photographer, Neil Zlauser, their families, special thanks to Tom Zutat. And it said on the album liner notes, if you drink and drive, don't drink and drive. That's a bad thing. Okay, so there you go. And like I said, I posted Home Sweet Home and Smoking in the Boys Room on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. I think several interviews from that era from like the band. So look for it, like it. Yeah, so that was Nicholas Razzle Dingley, who basically died in a car crash, effectively ending Hanoi Rocks, the band. Here's the band in 1985, all glammed up. So there you go. All right, so okay. All right, so yeah. All right. Oh yeah, good cigar. Now, it is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, Best of Volume 3. Thanks for sticking with me here. Yeah, tonight's craft beer, and I've got chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. Yeah, all right, good. Yeah, tonight's craft beer, we've got Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brew in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. And I've got their glass here, all right, here's their glass with like their, all right. So anyways, yeah. I'll just top this up a little bit. Now I first tried this. Oh man, I gotta switch hands here. All right. So I first tried this Bronco Copper Ale back in 2019 in August on Blogcast number 73, but I did not give it a rating. So I'm here to tell you that it's a damn good beer. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the Blogcast. And when I give it a rating, I don't go, well, it's a very fancy, exquisite tasting beer. None of that shit. I just go with my gut, what my gut tells me. And it's a good craft beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. You can taste the copper in it. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. And it's a good beach beer. It's a good barbecue beer. And a good patio deck beer with your buddies, it's great. So, and if you're still around during the end of the blogcast and you think what number I'm going to throw out of 10, feel free to do so. We're all about audience participation here at Big Jims Blogcast Live. And so, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Good cigar. It is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut 1999. All right, so I got to get rid of that. All right, I'm just getting rid of the. There we go. All right, there, yeah. All right, so. All right. So anyways, yeah, that was from my classic album was it was episode 188, July 11th, 2021 on Blogcast 188. So like I said, from 2019 to 2021, best of show. All right. Boom. So yeah. All right. So, and I'm going to remind everybody tonight that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms you're listening to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups, Brown Foundation, Port Elgin Beach Casino, all about Sarnia, Ontario, Sarnia Rocks, especially Michelle Dion. You guys are great. Chain Reaction, best band in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, along with True Fire and Cold South. Chain Reaction, if you ever get a chance to see these guys, go see them. You'll get a good time. They really rock the place up. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the hard rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movie groups, and all the Bill Murray groups. Right on. So, yeah. All right. Now we get to my most favorite time in the... all right. We get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. It's called This Weekend in Van Halen History. Here we go. All right. So, December 9th, 1986, David Lee Roth plays the Coliseum in Spokane, Washington. December 9th, 2007. Van Halen played the Rexall Place in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. December 10th, 1982, Van Halen played the Sportatorium in Hollywood, California. December 10th, 1991, Van Halen plays the Coliseum in Jacksonville, Florida. And that is all for this weekend in Van Halen history. All right. Boom. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. So, okay. So, yeah. All right. Boom. Good cigar here. It is a Rocky Patel Vintage, Connecticut, 1999. Yeah. All right. So, I want to, before we get going with like our before I rate the beer, before I give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote, the past couple of weeks we lost two legendary women. And we're going to give a five bell gong salute. First of all, to current, Christine McVie, Fleetwood Mac, and Kirstie Alley. Both passed away within the last 2 weeks, and Christine McVie, her and Kirstie Alley, both passed away within the last couple of weeks. Christine McVie, legendary for Fleetwood Mac, and Kirstie Alley, legendary actress, played Rebecca Howe on Cheers, and also starred in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan as Saavik. So we want to give a 5 gong salute. All right, so here's to you, to both legendary women, two legendary women in the entertainment industry. Cheers, ladies. Wherever you are right now, you're looking down on us, and so I'll have more. I'll do a Christine McVie tribute and a Kirstie Alley tribute in the new year. So, all right. So, anyways, all right. So, yeah, those two legendary one legendary actress, one legendary rock and roller. So 5 gong salute. So we salute you, Miss Kirstie Alley and Miss Christine McVie. All right. So anyways, now I'll explain my rating system before I rate the beer here. Now, my rating system, 8, 9, and 10, Heaven Sent, Instant Perfect, Instant Classic, Perfect, 6 or 7, drink or do again, 5 or 6, drink at your own risk or peril, 1, 2, 3, or 4, the beer will turn an alcoholic sober, the devil won't even drink it, and it tasted like it was brewed in a sewage plant. So, that's my rating system out of 10. All right, so, all right. So, anyways, I'm going to give you guys, okay, well, all right. Now, before I rate the beer, I'll throw a number out there if anybody wants to throw out a number. Um, okay, so. All right, so. Okay, so, anyways, one last. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live. It's a best of Volume 3, Sunday, December 11th, 2022. I got a good cigar going here. Vintage Rocky Patel cigar from Sarnia, like Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia. I'll give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote, and this was from Blogcast 72 in July 28, 2019. Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep on moving. That's by Albert Einstein. I'll repeat that. Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And that's by Albert Einstein. And that was from Blogcast number 72, July 28, 2019. All right. So, before that, all right, I'll remind you guys that the Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel at Big Jims Blogcast Live. So, shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia group, especially Sarnia, Ontario. What's up, Sarnia? Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys really rock. Chain Reaction, Glenn and the Boys, best band in Sarnia, along with True Fire and Robinson Road Revival and Cold South, all the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the hard rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, pro wrestling, blog, all the blog groups, classic TV and movies, and Bill Murray groups. So here we go. All right, and I will top this up. All right. It is called Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brewing Company in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. Damn good beer. Now, okay, so if you're ready to throw out a number, throw it out, because I'm going to throw out a number here. It is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. It is a good beach beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. There's a bit of copper in it. You can taste it. I first reviewed this beer back. I first tried this beer back, Blogcast 73 in August of 2019. I did not give it a rating. It's a good patio deck beer. All right, so here we go. All right, I am going to give it my own specialty rating here. All right, so 9 out of 10. There you go. 9 out of 10. Boom. 9 out of 10 for our craft beer there. So yeah. All right. All right. So yeah. Good job, guys. All right. 9 out of. I gotta let them know here. All right. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, okay, here we go. All right, good. Got to let them know. All right. So, all right. Okay. 9 out of 10 on Bronco Copper Ale. Fuck yeah. All right. All right. So, now a lot of you, okay, so that's that. Great. We gave a number on a really great beer. Now, if you're a follower of Big Jims Blogcast Live, you're probably you're probably wondering about the T-shirts. These T-shirts, like mine, if you want a T-shirt like mine, baseball jersey with the logo on it, or any other different design, like here we go. We've got the baseball, the logo on the front and the back, and plus a plain, like a white T-shirt. Okay, so like this one, or a tank top or anything, they are $35, shipping and handling included. Email me or e-transfer, cash, money order. E-transfer takes 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I cannot help that. So if you want one like mine, or if you just inbox me, Big Jims Blogcast Live, or my regular profile, Facebook profile, just say what design you want, and I will do my best to get that out to you. Again, they are $35 plus shipping and handling. No, that's including shipping and handling. So, and it takes 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. All right, so, all right. All right, great craft beer tonight. All right, so yeah. Okay. It is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0. It's a best of volume 3. The next time I probably will come to you will be probably next weekend with volume 4, best of. And my last original blogcast for 2022 will either be there on the Thursday, the 29th, or the Friday, August 30th, 7 p.m. It'll be like holidays. Most of us have family obligations. I get that. But yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, people. All right. We gave the beer Bronco Copper Ale a 9 out of 10 by the Outlaw Brewery in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. Our birthday shout-outs: Doug Weed, Kathy Elliott, Davin Christensen, Jay Beckler, Angela Cook, Jeff Pugsley, Karen Robson, Amy, Judy Sayers, Val Wall, Chantel Lavouette, Benny Dion, Cynthia Ann Fraser, Mary Chance DeBrusque. We did countdowns, local events. We did a Hey, Is That Guy? The career of legendary actor Lance LeGault. Stripes, the movie. Battlestar Galactica Spinoff Galactica 1980. Battlestar Galactica Alien-Borellian Nomen. Our random WCW tag team High Voltage. Our classic album Motley Crue-Theater of Pain this weekend in Van Halen history. Plus 9 out of 10 to Bronco Copper Ale by the Outlaw Brewery in Southampton, Ontario, Canada. Our motivational inspirational quote: "Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." And that's by Albert Einstein. So you'll probably see me next weekend with Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, best of volume 4. So, all right, people. Cheers. We accompanied that with like Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. Yeah, damn good. All right. So, yeah, 9 out of 10 on that. All right. So, anyways, people, be good. Again, I wanted to reiterate that this podcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, all these audio listening platforms. You're listening to podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel. All the guys, people watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, Pop Culture, Retro Classic Nostalgia groups, Classic Rock, Hair Metal, Van Halen group, Craft Beer, Cigars, Sci-Fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Pro Wrestling, Blogspot, blog groups, classic TV and movies, all the Bill Murray groups. So cheers, everybody. Be good. And We will see you next weekend. Cheers, everybody, for Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, Best of Volume 3. I'm Jim. So, cheers.